Choi bars, shoulder crunch, Juji Gatami, arm saddle, I don't care what it's called, guys. You loved the first video on how I Choi bar everyone. 2 weeks ago, I had 50 subscribers, now I have 4,000. They had 40K views. That's freaking ridiculous. So guys, I'm not keeping any secrets. I'm gonna give you absolutely everything I do on the Choi bar, which has made me so successful in high level competition. And the thing that makes me so good at this position is that I have so many attacks for when it fails. The thing with your Choi bar, guys, is you don't wanna be going in there, getting to the arm, and when it fails, you're like, oh, what the hell happened? You need to have immediately a follow-up that puts your opponent constantly on the back foot until eventually you get to your submission. So, if Finn's in front of me here, let's look at the Choi bar itself, guys. I have my partner, he goes to his cross face and I attack the arm. Of course, it'd be really good if I just got this every single time. But there's gonna come so many times when he pulls his arm out, when he puts his hands together, very classic, he turns his elbow towards me, puts his hands together and I get so stuck, okay? Let's look at all of these. First, let's look at stopping the actual defenses from my partner. When I want to stop him from defending the arm and I attack, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make sure that my knee goes above his ear. When my knee gets above his ear, it makes it harder for him to turn his elbow down towards his hip. The second thing I do is I put on this cutting armbar pressure straight away, or urigatami, where I pinch my head to his wrist and I start pinching. When he goes to turn his elbow down to my hip, he can't, and when he tries to posture up, it's difficult. That gives me the ability to come across and attack this arm, okay? Another thing that happens here, guys, is when I go to attack this arm here, I scoop, create this dilemma, which is in my first video, guys. In the how do I Choi bar everyone video, in the first video, I go over the dilemma of how I attack the legs to open up the arm, and you guys can view that video if you haven't seen this one already. But when I go to attack this, he cross faces, boom, attack. I apply urigatami pressure, I come up nice and high. The main thing that will threaten me here is Finn puts his hands together. So what I always do here, guys, is as I feel that threat, so reset Finn here. When I see this, look what I do, guys. I literally just come up. So go ahead and put your hands together, Finn. I take it away from his wrist. It's very straightforward, guys, but you need to be told this in order to actually do it. I posture up, pump my leg through, and I come to his thumb. From here, my elbow goes under my hip, so I can build up and break. I don't want to stay here, guys. I've lost matches because of this. I take my elbow under my hips and I come up nice and high. So now when Finn goes to defend himself, my hips are high and in the position, and I can get a strong break. Okay? The real problem comes from when my partner starts to put his hands together. I scoop, he cross faces, I attack, boom, I get to my arm and he puts his hands together, bang. Guys, don't be threatened by this kind of position. When I see this, I still pump my shoelaces all the way through and I grab my quad. The first thing I'm gonna look at, guys, is just taking his back. It's super easy. My left shoelaces go to the mat and they go under his leg. And from here, I scissor my legs to free it. My hand stays on his quad. My other hand goes to his hamstring and I build up to my knees. Once I get to my knees, hand comes to the mat and I build height. Off the height, I backstep and I look towards my partner. My left hand goes to his lat muscle and that gives me the ability to come to his back. Okay, guys? What's the most important things here? The important things that happen is when I attack, first, taking this foot to the inside of his shin so I can kick, building up, and then once I build head height, what do I need, guys? This lat. If I don't reach for this lat, he builds up height and I fall off. When I reach for the lat, when he goes to build height, I stay connected and I start building up onto my partner. So guys, super important. Guys, of course, these techniques are awesome. If you actually want a one-on-one help and one-on-one technical advice and match reviews, check out my website, www.ebsys.online, because I'm giving you guys all the free technique. But if you want one-on-one help, obviously check out that website. It's awesome. I'm doing such good work with my students. They're all doing really well. But guys, if you're loving this stuff, please subscribe, because guys, when my partner is in this kind of positions, you don't want to be left in the dark, okay? We don't want to be left in the dark here where I get to my Choi bar, he goes bang, I snap it on, boom, I come across. I don't want to get stuck here, okay? Another great option I have here, guys, is going straight to the triangle. So what happens here, guys? When I attack this position, I'm gonna do the same thing. I scissor, put your hands together, yeah. And I'm gonna take my top shoelaces and I'm gonna pummel them in front of his bicep, here. Coming in front of the bicep means that now I have that sort of triangle-esque position where one arm is discluded. The exact same thing happens here, guys. I scoop and I build up. But off the build up, guys, look what I do. I take my left knee and I put it behind his head. Once I put it behind his head, I grab his knee, I pull it to my belly button and drop it to my left hip to roll my partner through. Once my partner gets rolled through, I have a plethora of attacks here, guys. There's literally everything. I lock it up. One, I can go arm bar, where I break the arm right down the center. Two, I have this Americana that Gordon Ryan did against Carl Baim, where I stick his elbow into my pocket, keep it bent and hip thrust in. And also one thing, guys, that I think is pretty unique, and I've never seen this anywhere else, I just hit this one day, is turn. Thanks, Finn. Is that I'll sit in this position and I'll attack Americana on the second arm. Oftentimes when you get this triangle, you try and pull your partner up, they go heavy and they don't let you pull them up. That's fine, I'll just come right back up here. Come to the second arm, keep the elbow, and this Americana here is especially tight, guys, because as Finn goes to defend himself, he'll tell you right now, guys, it's freaking impossible. I just row and get the finish. Okay, so again, here I Scooby, cross faces, snap it on. Get my knee through, pummel the leg, and now I get my shoelaces in front of his bicep. Bang. Scoop, build up to my knees, put my knee on the back of his head, roll him through. Off that roll through, guys, thanks, bro, I lock. How do I finish a strangle here, guys? All I need to do is this. I take my elbow and I go on the inside of his elbow, and I take a 2-on-1 on the outside of his arm, and I pull and hip thrust. It's quite strong. What makes it not work? When he goes two hands like this, he goes robust, which pushes this elbow into my body. When I go to pull this, it's freaking hard, and I've made this mistake so many freaking times in competition. Wish I knew it sooner. Please learn it now. Elbow goes inside the hip. Now look how much space I've closed. If he uses this elbow to frame off me, now I can't come forward. Inside and come across. It works just as well when he comes up to his knees. He comes up, he's nice and strong, elbow inside, 2-on-1, and I thrust my hips into my partner. And I get a tight strangle. Now guys, this is not the only attack we can do from here. When my partner is here like so, he cross faces, I come to this position, build up nice and high, and he locks up his hands together. From here I also have a Kimura, and this is super strong. Here I loop my arm underneath, and I get to my Kimura grip. Guys, keep in mind I can do the same techniques with the Kimura. I can go ahead, pummel my leg and do the exact same thing. But for the Kimura itself, I step on his hip and I use the lever of my foot to try and get his hands right here, where I have this massive gnarly scar. I push and I get to here like so. Once I'm here, I pull his elbow to my chest, and I'm gonna keep my leg here to make sure he can't roll through. See my left leg, guys? It's hooking his hamstring. When Finn goes to roll through here, it's too strong. I just lift and pull, and I row my elbow as I lift his hand. And I get a super strong Kimura here, guys. Guys, these attacks are amazing. When I come here, he scoops, boom, I attack. I want the armbar immediately, so I take the hand away from his body. But I might be too late. He puts his hands together. Guys, from here, I go to attack this Kimura. If the Kimura fails, guys, look what I can do. I can push on his hip, and I have this Taroplata with my hand, or legs Kimura, where I grab my own leg, and I come to his shin. Off the shin, guys, I'm just gonna roll Finn forward and get him on his hip. From here, guys, my favorite thing to do is to switch back to the armbar. But if I wanna hit this Taroplata, I'll maintain my seated position, build up onto my partner's head, and I'm gonna be nice as possible here because I'm freaking his 90 kilos. And then I'm gonna reach for his legs. My knee goes to the mat, and I turn towards my partner. When I go to finish this, guys, I wanna rip in this fashion. So, I row as I sit through to get a strong break. It's really important, guys, when you attack the Choi bar position, that you have all these great follow-ups. And now we're gonna address the biggest question I get about what do I do when they pull back. And this is all gonna come back to the original concept from my first video of dilemmas, of when I scoop my partner's leg, I attack the Choi bar, and he pulls back. When you see your partner pull back, don't waste time here. And this has been my biggest problem. I've seen it every time. I don't know if anyone in the world even does this properly. I'm sure they do. When they pull back, immediately take the grip on the shin. Hand comes to the lat muscle. I'm gonna extend them out in this direction. And just like the first video on how I Choi by everyone, I extend them out in this direction. I invert up, and I enter his legs. Off the legs, guys, of course, I'm in cross archer here. I can go straight onto the attack his heel, and get a strong break. Guys, this video is awesome. The subscribe button's there for a reason. Guys, 4,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. You guys are absolute legends. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comment section because I love to read them. And if you also want to roast me, go ahead. Finn is absolute beast. He's a brown belt, almost world champion. And guys, ebsaves.online, my online coaching program, is pretty awesome. It's one of a kind. I'm helping my students. I do match reviews. I give you weekly content, weekly things to learn. You're no longer in the dark. You can learn from one of the highest level people, me, anywhere in the world. So thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Finn, you're an absolute boss.